Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheese 87 and this is Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel 3 Part 53. In the previous video, we battled the legendary plant cryptid for about 1,000 years because a winning run takes about 35 minutes. So we got like 3 attempts in. It was a lot of fun. Actually, to briefly speak on it a bit more, I know I talked about it kind of at length at the end of the last video, but after thinking about it for a few more minutes, like, there are some things that I like about that fight. It does maybe not require isn't the right word, but it allowed a very unorthodox style of play, and it felt very different than almost any other fight in the game. The closest thing was the spider fight in the forest, but like both that fight and this fight feel like radical departures from the way like every other fight in the series plays out. So on that hand, it's cool. And I like that it feels different. Like the way it feels like you're just kind of like it's a war of attrition where you're waiting for the poison to grind down the boss. That feels cool. That's enjoyable. On the other hand, he sometimes goes 3 times in a row and like fucking destroys your whole entire life. So that sucks. So I don't know. Like I was having fun in the moment, like, despite my complaining, but it does feel like there's like a fundamental issue with the fight. Like, I don't know, I just feel like a few tweaks and it would be so much better to me personally. You're seriously a witch? Like, I really it's either 2 things that have to change.
Yes. To be exact, I'm a member of the Hexen clan.
Either get rid of the speed debuff on his howling cry or whatever it's called, or make him more susceptible to speed debuffs himself, or just debuffs in general. I think one of those, not both would be a bit much, but if you either get rid of his ability to lower your speed, or you make it so that you can lower his speed much more consistently rather than it just being an RNG fest. I think one of those would make the fight so much better.
This is Celine. She's like a member of my family.
You may as well just go out and say it. I'm a familiar. Anyway, nice to meet you. There's no need for us to get all chummy, though.
What in the world was the old Class 7? Honestly, I am wondering the same. You're not even like a real person, Altina, okay? You can't say that. I mean, I don't mean that to be rude. I know it came across as rude, but like all I'm saying is you can't judge us for being weird when you're not even like a normal human being. You've got a fucking robot pet. But is it okay for you to tell them that you're a witch? Well, the Black Rabbit there already knew. I thought it was only fair the rest of you knew too. I figured I shouldn't hide from fellow Class 7 students. They may need to know that there's a backside of the world and that sometimes trouble on the surface can be traced back there. Huh? Cryptids, magic knights, even that grass? The appearance of the Infernal Castle and the capital and the Azure Tree and Crossbell. Yeah, the society is from this backside too. They're completely different from people like Emma. Yeah, okay, sure, completely different. I mean, we don't really have any reason to fully believe that Emma's Hexen clan has the best interests of the world at heart. Oh yeah, like that kid from earlier. He appeared to be a child. Is he truly part of the society? Yes, I believe so. He's most likely one of the enforcers, a pretty famous one in the society at that. See, seems they were manipulating the spirit veins underground. If that's the case, does that mean that they were the ones making the cryptids and the magic knights appear? That is a possibility. I have no idea why magic knights and cryptids from the Empire are appearing here now. I'd rather not imagine it, but it's possible my sister is involved. The Azure Abyss. We've heard she may be in Crossbell. And she's an Anguish. Is she the one giving orders to the enforcers? I mean, I don't know. Probably not. That's possible, given what a wicked woman she is. And after chasing her for the last 6 months, something feels off about that. Really? You know, so I don't have any proof yet, but we've sensed something that's strange with her actions. Kurt, are you giving up with this? Hell no. Not one bit, but I think it's important we try and grasp the situation as much as possible. It's 4 p.m. now, so we're done with today's activities. Activities? Is that what this has been? Like I've been in fucking fighting for my damn life out here. Marines out here having fun camp time activities. Good job, E3. Oh, right. Complete our investigation of the cryptids on behalf of the Governor General. We just need to return to camp now. Yeah, let's take the bikes to Crossbell City first. They wouldn't attack us again, would they? Emma, Celine, you coming too, right? Yes, provided you have rooms in your bikes. Well, you can teleport, right? Let us get going then. Oh, are you all leaving already? Yeah, thanks for taking such good care of... Wait. Where's Professor Lumen? Oh, he left just now. Said it was about time for his bus to arrive. He told me to tell you sorry for not being able to say goodbye, but he's sure he'll meet you again somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure he will. Some sort of boss fight. Is that so? As professors like him must have a pretty packed schedule. Yeah, you know. It's a shame I wasn't able to meet him. Well, we'll run into him again if it's meant to be. Oh yeah, before you go, Celine, I thought you might like this. Fishy, 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 fishy. Oh my god, that thing's huge. That thing's bigger than she is. Meow. It's huge. Did you catch this while we were talking? Thought I'd go grab you a little gift before you left. I don't need something like that at all. Don't treat me like some starving stray or something. That noise is kind of disgusting. No need to hold back, eat up. Granted, it's really faint, so it may not really show up that well in the recording, but... Oh, Celine. So that's what the phrase the cat's meow means. Fish is enormous, just what I expect from you, Kenneth. Eating like this makes her seem like a normal cat, albeit one with especially nice fur. And that ribbon, how does it say so clean? Yeah, maybe we don't need to worry about her being a familiar or whatever after all. They waited there for a few moments as Celine devoured the entire fish and eventually returned to her senses. I caught what I was fishing for, so what should I catch next? Any request, Celine? Why are you asking me? You think, can a cat burp? Do they have the mechanisms to burp? So what exactly was our setup there? I don't even remember. I mean, you stayed with this, because you kept Scold for Earth Pulse. And we gave you Cannon and Zephyr for speed. You Zephyr and Sirius for speed. And then you Gloom for speed, and Cannon for, well, Cannon's effect. I mean, it had like a decent effect. I mean, Kurt got about what? Because we used to have Scold on him. Yeah, it's only 2 extra speed. Well, no, you had Scold as your main. And Regulus as your sub? Is that what we were using? No, we didn't have Regulus on you. We had... I guess we used to have Zephyr. Okay, it's actually like a 1 speed difference. Which isn't that big a deal, now that I think about it. It felt like it was a big deal, damn it. Oh wait, Titania. Or Titania? Titania? I don't know. Recover EP through offensive arts, Raises arts and battle begins, lets HP is low, and you get Hollow Sphere and Silverthorn for free. Meh. Meh. What do you have? You have Shining, Holy Breath, Cast, Flare Butterfly. Flare Butterfly is probably good. Okay, so mines do exist. It just seems so unbelievably trash. Like 20 arts, like devoting an entire slot to get 20 extra arts feels garbage. And the cast might be good. It's not really that I've been sleeping on cast. Why the hell do you have Brigand equipped? It's not that I've been sleeping on cast. It's just that like we straight up can't afford it. Fortuna for free would be kind of nice. So yeah, might do that. What are your arts or crafts? So you have detector. Okay, your detector's just kind of bad. Oh, it gives absolute reflect to everyone. Possesses no 200 CP effect. Okay. Interesting. So it's Tio's ult, but well, I guess it's actually reflect, so it's technically better, but not being able to double stack it makes it noticeably worse. I mean, it's still incredibly strong, but I don't know. I don't know if we'll... Since it doesn't double stack, it might not be placed on the ban list. Because Tio/Kevin's ult is like one of them. I mean, like Azure/Sky 2 and 3 was technically like one of the most OP things. It was kind of like a cheap way of getting around my rule of like not using Craft Guard. Granted, the way those games are designed, you almost 100% need some sort of Craft Guard because there were less ways to play around S-Crafts than there were in the Cold Steel games. Because like S-Crafts are more frequent in the older games and they still basically one-shot you. So you kind of needed, like it's been easier to get around not using Craft Guard in the Cold Steel games than it was in those. I mean, it's still, like, you know, a handicap, but it's not as significant a handicap. Like, some of the fights in, like, the Sky games and even Zero and Azure, which were easier, I don't know how you do them without having some sort of immunity. What am I looking at? Okay, so this is, it heals, so it's a very small heal now. It's actually like a garbage heal now. But it hits in an area... and it still cures ailments and stat down and gives CP. I mean, that seems pretty strong. It's essentially, it's still like a heal that gives CP, but it's, I think, worse than the old one. Depends on the cost. Because, like, especially the CS2 version was, like, super strong, where it gave, like, 50 CP or something. It was, like, a 75% heal. It was just really, really good. And this is just damage. And it can unbalance. Oh, Elliot over here suffering. Oh no, your stuff can't unbalance. Emma can though. Alright, I see how it is. I mean, lowering arts is trash. I mean, maybe. It depends on the fight. But for the most part, not nearly as good as lowering strength. And this just gives burn and confuse still. But decent power and break. But it can unbalance at least. Yeah, I don't know, because you don't have Crescent Shell. Well, I guess you have this. Depending on the cost, that seems pretty strong. That seems like a 3 coster? Yeah, probably 3 cost. I mean, it could be 4, but I don't think it's quite strong enough to be 4. I think it's high time to do a little fishing. Now that the cook that's gone, I think I'll do some night fishing in the area. Now I do have to... So, 50% absorption. The fact that it says absorption is interesting to me. Because absorption is you take the damage and you heal from it, right? Like the way Cats works, where you absorb the cast, and if it was going to do 3k, it heals you for 3k. So if it means that... Is it a 50% chance to absorb? I think that has to be what it is. Because if you're absorbing 50% of the damage, that essentially just means you're not taking any damage, right? Because say if you're going to take 10k, well, you would absorb 5k of it and then heal, which would negate the 5k. If it works the way other absorbs do. So I think this actually means that it's a 50% chance to proc absorption. Not that you absorb 50% of the magic damage. So it's actually a lot worse now. Because it's RNG based. And therefore not that good. Yeah, so it's just a 50% chance to absorb, which is definitely, I mean, okay. But the problem is that mathematically, you're likely, say if you're going to use that before a big art attack is going to come in that would one-shot you, the math works out that you're essentially killing 2 of your characters. Whereas Ebencrest would, if you play around it right, can have everyone survive. I don't know. Seems a little stinky. We need to drop Emma and Celine off at the city before we head back to camp. Should we get going? I mean, I can assume I can't actually go back to Crossbell. Yeah.
All right.
Let's go. This might be a good spot for fishing. There, got one. This is good.
Come, Mr. Carp. Man, I really don't even want you, if I'm being honest. Come. Give in, Mr. Carp. You are tired. You are tired, Mr. Carp. You would like to join Marine's back pocket?
Yes, I
Along
did.
with your other carp brethren. I guess we'll use those. Those the art defense ones or the... Man, I cannot... There they are. Wait, is that... I thought we were in Spirited Droplets. Are those different? There's not this... Am I crazy? I see 2 magic droplets, but we had those already. We were getting spirit somethings. Oh, was it these? Was it? Oh, we were getting spirit incenses. These are actually really strong. I've yet to actually use them, like, effectively. I mean, we've used them in fights that we've lost. We've never used them in a fight that we've won. Okay, so we're 17 minutes in. We've done nothing this video. Let's go. And so when we spent like 5 minutes talking about nonsense, and then another 5 minutes inspecting him as crafts. Should we get going? Teehee, it's been a while since I was last on a normal bike. Try to keep from shaking too much. I'm all on the full side. Celine, you'll never keep your figure if you keep overeating like that. How cat eat fish bigger than cat? What's the physics behind that? How big fish fit in small cat? Shut up! I just lost myself for a minute, that's all. You too. Let's get you back to Crossbell. Emma, Celine, you two can ride in the sidecar. Very well, thank you. I shall take my usual spot. Yeah, but on our bike. Come on, Allie. They haven't seen each other in a long time, so don't get in their way, alright? Oh, is that how things are supposed to go? Oh, that face. Everyone, let's just get going. I mean, if Altina wants to eavesdrop, I don't got any problem with it. You ran to your search about half a year ago? Yes, I returned home to have my grandmother instruct me on ancient arts. Vita had already mastered the same arts by the time she was 16. Yeah, okay, whatever. Ooh, I'm Vita, I'm so cool. Oh, shut up. She was considered a true prodigy. You never had her wild personality, but I think you managed just as well. Her magical abilities should be about on par with Vita. Come on. Come on. Let's be real. I'd certainly like that to be true. I don't buy that for a flippin' second. Let's say it is true with that spell you pulled earlier. And Celine, you stopped me from losing control. I used a spell to calm your mana. Even if your mana being out of whack was most likely not the problem. It's just good that it worked. I see. If you're losing control, then something grandmother told me might help. But for now, at least I think you have the right idea of not overusing it. Yeah, it'll be a last resort at most. I wish I understood better, but basically you're not gonna push yourself, right? Now I know why Allie always worries. We'll do what we can to avoid being a hindrance, so don't be afraid to rely on us. Kurt, you were carrying that last fight. I mean, granted, it was mostly just because you were the designated Crescent Mirror guy, but... I mean, that living through... I mean, you lived through several times with very low HP. That's kind of you both, but I agree with them, though at this point you should know my opinion on the matter. That I do. Okay, I'll need all three of you to have my back. Oh, you have such good rapport with your students. They're right on par with the old Class 7. Are we? I'd say we're still very green. And we still got some challenges up ahead. Elliot has his share too. Speaking of our old classmates, you've been talking to Elisa and Machias recently, right? Why do you randomly mention Elliot there? How do you know? It's painfully obvious for one. Why else would they be talking about ways to help you? Celine, that's supposed to be a secret! Our instructor's really lucky to have such great friends. And he would have never met them without being part of Class 7. I understand the sentiment even if I can't relate. What do you mean you can't relate? I hope we can see both of them soon. By the way, Emma, what are you doing tonight? Huh? Instructor? What's the matter? Just look at that. What is it? It's a big honkin' oh, it's a cannon, right, for the fortress? RF company trying to commit war crimes 2022 challenge, literally impossible. Just look at them. Those are railway cannons. They used to have some stationed in Corellia Fortress. Their power is terrifying, enough to wipe a city like Crossbell off the map in half a day's time. Their size and design aren't the same as the ones we saw at the Fortress, and they must be a newer model. Are they being set up along the border? Unbelievable. Just what is about to happen in this country? The same thing it's always done? Commit war crimes? Hey, Reen, remember that time your best friend threatened to blow the entire fucking city off the damn map? And then we never mentioned it again because it'd be kind of awkward? Thank you for bringing us here. Yeah, thanks. No worries. So this is where you guys are staying, huh? Long Lao, it's an Eastern-style tavern and inn. Between the food and the inn, I have no complaints. You're not staying. I guess you've stayed in the past. I think I like it here. Zhang Hui's food is amazing and the rooms are nice and relaxing. That's so. Hee I look forward to looking forward to it. Yep, that's the way it was. I have Marcus too, so please contact me if something comes up. I'll do the same if I come across any information. Got it, thanks. Fine now, don't push yourself too hard. Now let's go back to camp. Yeah, I'm exhausted. Physically as well as mentally. Yeah. Why are y'all staring at me? I just have a lot on my mind, like the railway cannons for one. I'm not from Crossville, but I can see how serious things are becoming. Let's get back and organize our report so we can pinpoint the problem areas. Hurt, Allie. Shores are here.
Oh, good. You picked up.
Oh.
Where are you right now, Reen? Are you done with your special ops missions?
Don't make me visit them. Don't do it. Yeah, we just got back to town. No, I don't want to go to the dinner. Did you call about the railway cannons?
Ah, so you saw them too? I do want to talk about that, but there's another matter that needs our attention first.
No.
Can you come back to the camp ASAP?
Okay, the camp. Yeah, the camp. The nobility won't be at the camp, will they? That's the plan. Wait a second, what kind of matter are we talking about here?
Oh, hello, Yuna. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. The branch campus just got a request from the Governor General. That's all.
Oh no. Huh? What kind of request?
He asked us to go to the party at
God
Orcus Tower
damn it.
tonight as part of the security detail.
Pieces of garbage. No!
Also, that we greet Prince Oliver and Princess Alphen.
Can we delete one of those characters from the equation? Many others returned to camp, showered, and changed into their spare uniforms. Leaving the camp to the Railway Military Police, the students and the faculty all headed to the Governor General's office, Orcus Tower. Look at that, fresh off the train. Think they got harassed by old people talking about the politics of Crossbell? Thousand mirror to anyone who takes down those banners.
Many influential individuals have gathered here at Orcus Tower tonight. However, we've confirmed that Speaker McDowell was not one of the people invited to the festivities. I worry the citizens of Crossbell won't take the news that their local representative has been snubbed like...
Oh, well, then they were never seen again.
Pardon us for that. The views and opinions just expressed are not endorsed by this news channel.
Cowards. Tell Balloon Guy we said hi. I can't believe they actually, like, executed Balloon Guy. All because he, like, he said some, like, mildly anti-imperial stuff, and then he was deleted from the game's files. Instantly. I can't believe it. I mean, even if he shows back up, you know it's not actually Balloon Guy. It's just a dude who looks like Balloon Guy, or Balloon Guy's gone through, like, you know, brainwashing. They put an orbital chip in his brain. Hey, who do you think we should get to protect all the most important individuals in the entire Empire? I don't know, like a bunch of 17-year-olds?
Staff and students of Thor's branch campus, thank you for all your hard work.
Like, where do you think we should put the actual trained military secret police? I don't know, they just got standing around the train or something.
I will explain the particulars for the security at tonight's event, but first, allow me to introduce the people for which you'll be providing security.
Like, it really doesn't make much sense. Because it's like when we did the same thing in Azure, we're like...
It's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm responsible for overseeing the well-being of Heimdall. My name is Carl Regnitz.
Like, at least the SSS were, like, actual police officers, essentially, and they had already, like, saved the city on a couple different occasions. But, like, there's just a bunch of kids. I mean, like, Reen is proven, and Emma are proven, and you could even say that maybe, you know, real Class 7 are kind of proven, but I feel like you would rather have actual... I mean, I assume there are military officers here, but it just seems a little like...
Leaves is a part of the capital's suburbs. It's unfortunate we haven't met before, but this is a good opportunity for us to become acquainted.
I was also under the assumption that it was just Class 7, plus Emma, I guess, that was invited, not literally all of the branch campus. Because it kind of makes sense to just invite, like, Reen, because A, he would be useful for security purposes, and just for the social aspect of it. And then, of course, you should bring his kids along, because, well, you know, that's the perks of being in Class 7. But bringing everyone else feels a little weird if that's like actually we're going to use them as security.
Irina Reinfurt, nice to meet you. I suppose we've been indirectly working with each other via your use of the Arcus IIs, the Derflinger, and the Panzer Soldats. I've read your reports, so I have high expectations for each of you.
Governor Regnance is a sworn ally of the Blood and Iron Chancellor.
Yeah, we'll introduce him to some Blood and Iron.
She's Elisa's mother. I remember Grandpa mentioning her before.
These guests, on the other hand, should require no introduction.
And Oliver really does look younger in this game. Like, noticeably younger. Despite being older. I mean, man's like 30 now.
It's so nice to meet all of you from the branch campus. I am the Princess of the Empire of Erebonia, Alphen Rice Arner.
Sydney, keep it in control.
I wish we could have met before, but I'm glad to finally have the opportunity.
They have met. And they've met if they
I'm
recognize
sure
each
it's
other.
due to Adios' guidance that we were able to meet tonight.
I am none other than Olivert Rice Arner, though some have taken to referring to me as the debaucherous prince.
Probably shouldn't mention that.
I am here as head of the inspection team, though as it's simply for show, it may be more accurate to call me a figurehead.
I'm just here to get wasted. And play my lute.
However, truth be told, I actually have a small connection with all of you. Up until last year, I was the chairman of the board at Thor's main campus. And coincidences abound, for the three here with me comprise the entire board of directors. I'm sure it's a bit late by this point, but I'd like to welcome you to Thor's. Even in these turbulent times, I wish for each and every one of you to enjoy your youth to its fullest and become the foundation of the world.
As I explained earlier, we've been on standby on floor 34, one floor above the event, below the event. Please make this clear. We are here strictly as backup. Do not do anything rash. And move out. Line up and follow me. Okay, so we are here as backup at least. Jeez, this school got some serious connections. Prince mentioned it to me back in the trade conference, but seeing them all reminds me of my time at the main campus. Yeah, it really takes me back. I remember them all dancing by the bonfire for the school festival. I can't even picture that. Thank you all for your assistance here. Ah. Oh, Governor General. Seem to be enjoying your life as an instructor at the branch campus. Seeing that makes me proud to have been the one to nominate you First Lieutenant Orlando. Nominated by the Governor General? I see. For a nomination, it sure sounded pretty mandatory. Anyway, you need something from me? Or would you come by to tell me what you're gonna do with them? I haven't a clue what you're talking about. To be honest, I came here to speak with Reen. Huh? Join me on floor 36. It's reserved for VIPs. I was able to set up a small window of time to the dinner party to speak with some of the guests. Bring the new Class 7 and Cadet Russell with you. I'd like them up there as well. And we're not going to function too well as security when you take, I don't know, all the strongest individuals away. This is floor 36, the VIP floor. Governor Regnitz and Chairman Irina Renford are on the second room ahead. His Highness Prince Oliver and Her Highness Princess Alpha are in the farthest room. Ah, they're together? I can't dodge one of them? Please speak with security guards before entering. Understood. Thank you for your help. Oh, I'm getting kind of nervous. Isn't it a bit much for us to go up and chat with royals of the Empire? Well, they said they wanted to talk with the new Class 7. As for you, Tita, Prince Oliver and Chairman Irina requested me with you. I mean, she knows Oliver. Irina, I guess just because tech stuff. It's been quite a while since I've spoken with the Prince. I'm excited to see him again. It was my first time meeting Elisa's mother, though. With the exception of the RF Chairman, I'm acquainted with all of them. I am acquainted with the Imperial family as well. Well, yeah, duh. Ready to be formal. Just act the way you always do. These are for you to say. I'm not acquainted with these mega VIPs. Well, now's a good opportunity to get to know them. Let's go to Governor General Regnitz and Chairman Irina's room first. Or no, he's not the governor. You know what I mean. What does it say about the old Oliver on the character tab? Will that be allies? Miscellaneous? Yeah, maybe this. Toval, A-rank bracer. Prince of Erebony, he created the original Class 7 despite the government taking away his power, the branch campus as well. Well, that's sad. Adored by all of our citizens, is a deep connection with old Class 7 and interest in Reen. Mysterious girl. She's mysterious. What if I ran away? The door's locked. What if we introduced it to the Arcane Gale? I didn't even really get to do like any of the like moves that we got during Spirit Unification because I was too afraid because of the delay being so long. And we got to like Arcane Gale the one time, and I don't even think it hit 4 times like it said it was supposed to. You're Class 7 to Miss Tita Russell, correct? Yes, that's right. This is Governor Regnitz and Chairman Irina's room. Yes, they're expecting you. Please go in. Alright, pardon us. I wonder what Lisa's mother is like.
Ah, welcome!
The new Arcane Gale does seem like a lot worse than old Arcane Gale, though. Because, like, the good thing about old Arcane Gale is, A, the AoE was fucking massive, and it was a great movement tool. Because you could use it to, like, send Reen flying across the screen and, like, separate it from everyone else if you wanted to. And the new one just, it's kind of, I don't know, the AoE is really tiny. And we only used it the one time, so I'm not going to judge it and say it's bad, but also it costing 100 CP when Reen's S-Craft is so strong, just because of the speed debuff associated with it. Plus, I think it burns in Spirit Unification, it seemed like. That, I guess we may have just gotten burned procs now that I think about it, because I don't think the description mentioned that it gets burned. I think we were just getting burned
Sorry
procs.
to call for you like this. I'm sure you're busy with security matters.
No, it's fine. I'm glad for the chance to talk. It's good to see you again, Governor Regnitz and Chairman Irina. I see Sharon is with you too.
Thanks to you, I was able to promptly meet with the chairman. I'm glad to see you all were able to safely complete your duties for the day.
I've heard about what you've been doing for your special ops missions. Thank you for your assistance.
And we've basically got the whole entire Sharon tier in the same floor. Is that allowed?
So you're the new Class 7? And you are Professor Erica's daughter?
Yes.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you. You know my mother?
I met her when I went to Liberl with my father many years ago. We still keep in touch, even if she spends most of her letters gushing about you.
Mother. Nice to see you again, Governor Regnitz.
I like how Irina is being nicer to Tita than she's ever been to Elisa. Like, she's known Tita for about 8 seconds, and she's already been way more like a normal fucking person than she is when she interacts with her own daughter.
I believe the last time was at Corel Imperial Villa. But now you're one of Reen's students? This sure is an interesting class. I heard you met with Machias and Elisa earlier?
Yeah, thankfully. Elisa delivered Orbital bikes and new equipment for the Dereflinger.
I see. Here, have a seat. Sharon, some tea for our guests.
Certainly.
New Empire's 8 Metropolis plan? Why do I hate that already? Yes, currently Ortis, Breahard, Ruhr, St. Ark, and Heimdall are the 5 biggest cities in the Empire. We plan to add Jirai in the northwest, Haliask in the north, and Crossbell City to them to create the core of the new Empire. There will be a speech explaining the particulars tomorrow when Crossbell's provincial legislature is assembled. That's what they've been planning? Could you give us a quick overview? There are a few elements to it, but the most notable is the new tax plan. Everyone's money will belong to me. That's the new tax plan. Currently, Erebonian's tax rates differ by region. Under this plan, all 8 cities would have the same tax laws and rates as Heimdall. That's good, right? I've heard Crossbell taxes have been high since the annexation. Yes, different tax rates are a hassle when doing business across regions. The ultimate plan is to have a single tax rate for the entire Empire. Just like Liberl, for example. That's right, taxes are pretty much the same wherever you go in Liberl. Seems like a logical plan. Yes, but where are the war crimes, okay? We can't have a plan in Erebonia if it doesn't involve killing some innocent people, okay? But that's gonna be a big change to the nobles who live off the province's taxes. I have no doubt there are many obstacles going forward. We plan to discuss all those at the provincial legislature tomorrow. Just so you know, Crossbell will benefit greatly from having the same taxes as Heimdall. But really? You know what would also benefit Crossbell? If they could just make up their own tax law. Because they were an independent nation. But you'll be talking to Speaker McDowell about this, right? Speaker who? Yes, that was the plan, but it may not be that easy. Apparently he won't be at the dinner tonight. I'm a little concerned about him. I see. I wonder if he's ill. Yeah, sick of their shit, maybe. This is a little worrying. I haven't heard anything about Speaker McDowell either. I'm sure he has much to think on, though. Chancellor Osborne and Governor General Rufus' plans, for one. We all have our respective reasons for coming to Crossbell. I was originally planning on coming here on my own, separately from the inspection team. I'm sure the same could be said of the Prince and Princess. So all of this, including the visit from the Pantagruel, is the doing of the Imperial Government and the Governor General? Which means our field exercise being in Crossbell, we're also... Even the railway cannons being deployed here? So you saw them, the new Dragonov-class railway cannons. One of my main reasons for visiting was to oversee their deployment. Dragonov-class... But why? Chairman Arena, would you explain to us just what those things are capable of? Master Reen. Very well, I'll tell you what we can announce publicly right now. Dragonov-class railway guns are the newest model. They're the official successor to the ones installed in Grelia Fortress. Can't go into specifics, but suffice it to say, they maintain the firepower of the old models while drastically increasing their mobility. I mean, they are a lot smaller. By making use of detour rails, they can be used at any point along the railways. They can even be moved along the Transcontinental Railroad, for example. Weapons of mass destruction comparable to the ones at Grelia Fortress? I haven't seen them in person, but reportedly they're capable of destroying large cities with populations of 100,000 in less than 2 hours. Why would you bring such a thing to Crossbell? Because we're the bad guys, okay? Why was never a concern. I was tasked with the Imperial Army to make them, so I did, that's all. The advisor at your school, Professor Schmidt, helped out as well. What? Sorry to have betrayed your expectations like this. But both Chairman Irina and I were involved with the establishment of the original Class 7. One of the reasons we wanted to meet with you today. We wanted you to be aware of both the bright future and the cruel present between the Empire and Crossbell. I mean, it doesn't sound like a bright future. It sounds like, hey, we made these weapons, we're totally not going to use them to, like, potentially kill hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians in the years to come. Haha, but what if we did? Governor Regnitz. Our time is nearly up. I believe the prince and princess are waiting to speak with you. I wouldn't do to make them wait any longer than necessary. True. Governor Regnitz, Chairman Irina, please excuse us. I pray your field exercises turn out well. Take care. I don't know, I feel like there's a moral imperative to, like, not make weapons of mass destruction for a government that you know definitely fucking wants to use them. Farewell, everyone. I'm in no position to comment on anything Chairman Irina said, but it's alright. She's a tough person, but I know she's fair too. For the time being, I'll accept her and the governor's words. I mean, I don't know. At the very least, you could, like, slow roll that shit, you know? You'd be like, okay, we'll do it if we have no choice. And still be, like, in the planning stage 10 years later. And, I don't know. There's things you could do, okay? You have my most gracious thanks. I will also pray you're able to finish your field exercises safely. Oh no, while transporting them we had like an equipment malfunction and they all broke. Dang, we'll have to make new ones. We'll have to start over from scratch. There's some sort of vulnerability with this batch. It won't work right. Like, I mean, there's some sneaky shit you could do to, like, not give the Empire incredibly powerful weapons that they definitely will use to kill a lot of people. You know, you okay? I can't stay calm about all this. I know those two told us that without hiding anything. I'll accept what they said for now. You know. Great, I have my own concerns with the 8 Metropolis plan. Yeah, you should each think about what we learned tonight. The time is short right now, we should go meet with the prince and princess. Yeah, they should be in the next room down the hall. Because the problem is, Calvert doesn't have a Lloyd to deflect the cannons with his tonfas. Like, he can't, you know, be there in Calvert and just bat them away through sheer force of will. Which is actually what happened. I know there was, like, that whole cutscene of, like, the Aeon absorbing them and then firing back at Corellia Fortress. Actually, it was just Lloyd deflected that shit. He hit it back like Shadow Ganon in Ocarina of Time or whatever. You know, the whole, like, when you got the light ball and you bounce it back and forth. You know that. Except they couldn't bounce back because there wasn't a Lloyd in Erebonia who had the strength to deflect it back. I don't know what I'm talking about. Class 7 and Cadet Russell of Thor's Branch campus have arrived. Hello. I have orders from Prince Oliver to let you pass. Be mindful of the fact that you're meeting with the Imperial family. Please mind your manners. Nah. Have you met the prince and the princess? I feel like if any manners are going to be broken, it's going to be them, okay? If anything, we should record this shit so that when we get sexually harassed, we'll have it on record. The Imperial family.
Rean! Welcome, all of you.
Where's Oliver, okay? I came here because Oliver was here.
Elise, Princess Alphen, good to see you both.
I feel like I'm being lied to.
Yes, likewise. If I recall correctly, we haven't seen each other since the end of last year. And Elise... Oh, Elise? It's nothing.
Good to see you again, Rean.
Yeah, it's been too long. I heard you became student council president. Is that going well?
Oh, absolutely. Her popularity with the younger students has simply skyrocketed. Everyone there relies on her all the time. Perhaps tonight, she can rely on her dearest brother to comfort her?
Shut up.
Your Highness!
I'm glad to see you two are as close as ever.
So these are the princess and Instructor Rean's little sister.
Both of them are so gorgeous. It's like they stepped right out of a dream.
Aha! Welcome, young Rean.
Is that a hint of alcohol, or are we drunk already, Oliver? He sounds a little smoshed.
Prince Olivert. It's been a while since I've seen you, too.
Indeed, over a year? Far too long by my reckoning. Late though it may be, I'd like to congratulate you on graduating. I'd also like to thank you for lending your aid to the branch campus.
I'm not worthy of those words. You've done a lot for me too, Your Highness. You and Toval. Let me thank you on behalf of all my classmates who aren't here today.
Oh, that little parlor trick I did for you? Think nothing of it.
I guess the old Class 7 has a lot going on. He's pretty charismatic. Just what I'd expect from a prince.
Is this when he sexually harasses someone?
I'd hesitate to call him a typical prince.
So we have the new Class 7 and my very own little comrade in arms. It's good to see you again, Kurt, but Tita, has it truly been 3 years?
Oliver, please. Don't say anything weird.
Well, perhaps I should play you a song to mark this joyous reunion of friends long apart.
Okay. We're still not in disaster territory.
I think we'll pass. Besides, I'm sure you don't have much time before the dinner.
I'm glad to see you're the same as ever.
It is a pleasure to see you again too, Your Majesty.
Wait, what?
I've heard rumors about the kind of person he is. They appear to have all been true. Dear Oliver, can't you see the new people are overwhelmed by your charms?
AKA desperately trying to remind him that everyone here besides Rean is underage. No hitting on them, please.
Please, have a seat, everyone.
This brings me back. Last time we were together, Tito was during the incident in Liberl. Well, wait, no, it was in Phantasma, wasn't it? Oh yeah, the place was pretty tough to deal with. Q though, what the fuck is Phantasma? I'm so glad to see that you've been doing so well since then, Prince Olivert. It warms my heart to see what a delightful young lady you've grown into. Turned into causing causing Agate no end of trouble. Batham told you ran into him in Sutherland. I've heard all about your previous set of field requests. Thank you for dealing with the requests on behalf of the Imperial Government. The old Class 7 and Agate helped out a lot. That they did. The entire branch campus too, led by Kurt, Yuna, and Altina. Doctor. I had heard you join Class 7, Kurt. It truly seems to be a good fit for you. Never expected Cedric would have done such a thing. Princess? So you heard. Right, you two are the older siblings of that snobby prince got. Hey, she just calls him like she sees him. That's a little too disrespectful, and this is me talking. Well, I certainly can't argue that point, unfortunately. Let me say this, Rean. You as well, Kurt, given what your family's been through, we sincerely apologize for his actions. No, please, don't trouble yourself over it. My father, brother, and uncle have already accepted it already. I am so lost. You don't have to worry about me either. If anything, I was just surprised how much he grew in such a short time. When did he start being like that? Around summer last year. Now, he was unable to attend the summer festival due to illness. It was as though he changed into a completely different person. He grew taller and stronger. With that he would be fine, but he also became much more forceful. Our mother was worried about him too. We can only assume it was due to the influence of that man. That man? Seems you've been trained well. Indeed, thank you. Chancellor Osborne. Recently, Cedric's begun to look up to him. Cringe. Looking up to a dictator. Cringe. Cringe alert. Seti, you're being cringe. Isn't he the one they call the Blood and Iron Chancellor? Is he the one who planned the whole annexation of Crossbell? saying, Oliver. To some degree, it's not fair to blame you for this, but like if you had shot him in the fucking face back during that side story in Trails 3 instead of shooting the bow of the bouquet of roses, like if you just blasted Osborn and flown off in the RCL, we could have avoided all this. Perry has always admired the way the Chancellor's done things to some extent. If the Chancellor played a part in helping Cedric recover and grow, then he has my thanks for that. I've no doubt Cedric will learn to control that forcefulness of his one day. Yeah, just like Osborn has. Oh, wait. Kurt, Rean, please watch over him for me. Oliver. Of course, Your Highness. So it seems like it's more of like a legitimate personality change, not that his mind is being messed with from like fusing with the Vermilion Apocalypse. It's just that, you know, it's a mix of the trauma from that incident, followed by the consequences, followed by Osborn whispering in his ear. Seems like there's some complicated things going on. I've definitely got a better impression of them now. I think it's clear they both care for the little brother a lot. Mind introduce myself as well? Nope. I am Elise Schwarzer, Rean's younger sister. Thank you all for taking care of my brother. Huh? He's the one who takes care of us. I mean, I don't really look up to him, but I don't hate him or nothing. My word, you're welcome, though it is true that we are often more indebted to him. Same here, he helps me out with his lessons and with the Panzer Soldat related stuff. Is that so? Well, even so, my brother is still very new to be an instructor, so please take care of him. Is that really necessary? Oh, enough playing around, you. After all, you're the one who looks up to Rean the most. But Princess! In any event, I was surprised to hear you had joined Class 7, Altina. Yet somehow I feel like it was meant to be. Oh yeah, also, by the way, Kurt and Yuna, Altina kidnapped Elise and Alphen at one point, just to fill you in. Elise? Surprised to hear that. I was under the impression my presence would bring back unpleasant memories given our history. Well, it's true I'm not pleased with you for having kidnapped myself and the princess, but I was told you've been helping my brother, so I wanted to thank you. Though you may be a student now, I ask that you continue to look after him. Ah. Really no reaction from Kurt and Yuna about that? Allie? Wait, was it about kidnapping? I recall hearing you were a spy for the Noble Alliance, but yes, as part of my spy missions, I abducted Elise and the princess. That was also the first time I met Instructor Rean. Yeah, those sure were the days. Strange to think that after all that, you're a member of Class 7 now. However, it's all thanks to you I was able to be a damsel in distress and find myself carried to safety in Rean's arms. Princess. That's how you all know each other. Wow, I'm impressed with all the things the class you established has achieved, Oliver. Oh, stop, Tita. You flatter me ever so. I don't even think I know where to start with that one. But I see now. He definitely acts like a big brother. Elise, I guess she's about the same age as me? My apologies for interrupting. However, it's the only time for the dinner party. You will need to prepare soon. Ah, already? How time flies. Understood. Thank you for letting us know. Well, I suppose it's time once more for the sweet sorrow that is parting. I have little doubt about we'll meet again soon, however. Thank you for calling us here to talk. I hope your inspection goes smoothly. Please keep looking out for these two, okay, Elise? Of course, you two take care of your class as well, Rean. I pray you find success with your field exercises. Ah yes, one final thing. No. Just stop talking right now. Regarding that girl with the mint-colored hair. Are you talking about Muse Egret? Muse? Egret, I see. Okay, so that's... So I'm guessing maybe they know her from school and she got moved out? And so when she was in school, she would have had a different name? Or Muse's not her real name? Either or? Or neither of them are her real name? What about her? She's a classmate of mine. I see. Princess. Yes. My apologies for bringing it up. For a moment I thought I knew her, but it must have been my mistake. I mean, she could definitely... I mean, so if she's going under different names, following important people in schools, I mean, she could be an Iron Blood or something akin to that. Farewell for now, and thank you. Wish we could have talked a bit longer. I mean, I could see that if she was stationed at Saint Estrella to keep an eye on the princess and all the other important noble ladies there, but then was moved here to the branch campus to keep an eye on everything that's going on here. It would also explain how she kind of was able to talk with Aurelia that one time, because Aurelia would of course know like who she's affiliated with in that regard, if she's affiliated with the government in Osborne. I'm glad to see they all seem well. Yes, I agree. I'd heard quite a few rumors about Oliver, so I was a little worried. But it seems like he's doing just fine after all. Yeah, that was actually a severe lack of horniness for that meeting. I was pleasantly surprised. Is Oliver his nickname or something? Well, when he visited Livrel 4 years ago, he hid his identity and took a different name. To me, he's still the funny, smart, and reliable bard, Oliver. Is that so? So that means you must know my older brother as well. Yeah, I mean, they've met on occasion. There was this one time when they got trapped in the spirit dimension together for a while. No, I will not explain it any further. Oh, you mean Mr. Miller? He and Oliver are pretty much best friends. I had no idea you were his little brother. Well, half-brother. We have different mothers, and frankly, we look nothing alike. Okay, so there is a half-brother aspect there. I'd kind of assumed something about his, because he definitely seems to have, like, an inferiority complex about his, like, heritage. So it is that he's, like, a half... Because I didn't think he was adopted. Because... I can't remember why. There was a reason why I didn't think he was adopted. But it's just that there's a half-brother. I hadn't heard that before. So I'm guessing, yeah, he said they have different mothers. Okay. So maybe he's like maybe his mother doesn't come from the same like background as Muller's mother did, and so he like feels embarrassed about it. I don't know. I hadn't heard that before. Allie? What's wrong? I just started to feel a bit of regret for what I did to the Princess Instructor Reen's little sister. It was a mission, so I know I shouldn't feel bad, but, well, I mean... In your circumstance, it's okay. I mean, it's harder to blame you, because A, you're, like, not a you know... real person. I mean, I hate to say it like that. I don't know a better way to phrase it, but, like... Altina is much more susceptible to, like brainwashing and influence like that because of her background, I guess is like a way to put it. And even if she was like a normal girl, just her age as well also makes her very susceptible, and it's hard to blame her for that. Much in the same way that like it's hard to blame Randy for killing all the people he did back when he was a Jaeger, because, well, he was born into it. He never had like a real chance out until he was older. Altina. Seems you're growing up too, Allie. Elise and the princess are both so gorgeous. I can't fall behind. I understand the feeling. Alright, we're done meeting the VIPs. The party's gonna start soon, so let's get back to floor 34. Yeah, understood. Alright, with that, we should probably call it. But here all you are part of the security detail for the party. The prince and princess will be among those attending, so be sure to look your best. No. Thank you for your hard work, everyone. The dinner party will begin soon. Please refrain from entering. Coward. Oh, let's stop. I don't want to proc a cutscene. Alright, next time we will see what's going on at the dinner party. Probably it gets invaded. We fight some people. Move on to the next day. Find the excuse to bring Machias, Elisa, and Emma with us while Kurt, and Altina go, I don't know, eat eggs for a while. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.